Hi guys, it's Haley, and today I'm just going to be doing my recap of Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. This is going along with my Sarah Dessen reread for the summer, and this is the fourth book? No, the third book. This is the third book in my reread, and it follows our main character, Coley, and her and her mom used to be heavy, and then her mom lost all this weight and became this fitness guru type person, and her mom's gonna go traveling around Europe or something like that, so she sends Coley to her aunt's house, her Aunt Myra, and her Aunt Myra is this kind of eclectic, quirky character who's very different from her mom in personality, and so Coley goes to live there, and she for the summer, and she's trying to adjust to her Aunt Myra's way of thinking, and it's just kind of about her meeting new people and kind of figuring life out. I felt like this book, I enjoyed it. I think it's one of my, I'd say maybe my favorite ones so far in the reread. I read That Summer and Someone Like You already, and I think I liked it more than those. I still wasn't, this reread, I didn't like it, I think, as much as I did the first time. What I didn't like about it was I didn't really like Coley as a character. I felt like she was annoying, and I kept waiting for her to, figure it out. And I understand, the book was, you're watching her figure it out. That's part of the storyline, is her figuring out that, what's important. But there was a lot of times where I felt like she was really snobby, and I just didn't have patience for it. And I think I've said that about previous books about certain people, but I just didn't have a patience for her character for a lot of it. But I did like the story and where it was going. Norman, I think, is one of my favorite characters in a Sarah Dessen book so far in this reread. I really enjoyed him, and I really enjoyed the people that she meets when she starts working at the Last Chance Diner. She meets Morgan and Isabel, and they kind of just teach her about life, and kind of show her that she's been disillusioned and she doesn't really know a lot about things, and she feels really Coley feels really bullied, and so that's kind of, and she's been bullied at her hometown, so she kind of brings this to her new town, Colby, where she's staying, and these people are just trying to be nice to her, and she just has trouble accepting that at first. And so the book's really about her accepting people's love towards her, in a way, I guess I would say. Yeah, so I think it's one of the better ones so far. But she kind of just drove me crazy a little bit, because there's these people really trying, Norman's really trying to be nice to her, and she kind of just blows him off for a lot of it, and she's just oh, he's weird, blah, blah, blah. But then she kind of realizes that she's doing the same thing to these people, these new people in her life, that the mean girls were doing to her at home. And so I liked, the resolution of it, and I enjoyed it. It had a really good ending, and I felt I liked all the quirky characters. Myra has all of these signs around her house saying all these things don't work, and then when Coley comes up to her and tells her why don't you get new things, and her reasoning for it, I just thought was really cute, and just a really good outlook on life. So I think it was good for Coley to go and experience that. It's just her character was just kind of annoying. She just didn't really have grace for other people, even though she wanted grace for herself. And I guess that's the whole storyline, is her coming into accepting grace for herself, and also giving grace to other people, and being nice to people, and understanding that people are different than you, and just because they don't choose the stereotypical path for their life doesn't mean that there's something wrong with them, or that they're bad in any way. It's just they chose a different path. So I thought the overall storyline for the book was very enjoyable, and I liked a lot of the supporting characters. It's just I just didn't really care for Coley for most of the book. It was very frustrating to me, and her mom was kind of frustrating. I don't know. I feel like the moms in the Sarah Dessen books so far have just been kind of annoying, and so I found that interesting in my reread, realizing that most of the parents are construed as annoying or possessive, or but yeah, so I enjoyed this one. So my next book in my reread is going to be Dreamland, and this will be interesting for me because this is the only book in the Sarah Dessen collection where I remember extremely not liking. So I'll be curious to go back and read it again and see like my thoughts and my take on it this time. So I think that will be my next video, is my Dreamland wrap up. So yeah, stay tuned. If you like to get updates from my channel, you could hit subscribe, and I hope to be back with a new video real soon. See you later, guys.